U7 Buy gives you the fastest and safest ways to upgrade your squad, with so many positive reviews showing its great credibility, along with 24/7 online customer support. And now you can earn an extra free coins for your every order. So don't miss out on the opportunity for up to 4 million free coins. So be sure to use code CV3 on U7 Buy for 8% off. Link is in the description. We had a very big issue. The striker position was vacant and we needed somebody to fill it. And so it has now been filled by Tots, Ekitike, and Tots, Guirassy. And today we're going to be finding out which card is better between the two in the striker position. Which card should you pick up? As this will be a 2-in-1, a player comparison and a player review, to see if these cards are wondrous, mid, or doo-doo, as well as telling you the best ways to use these cards if you do decide to buy one of them. You'll also be learning their goal contributions by the end of this video. Now, before we get into the very important information, you do have to realize that one card is more expensive than the other. So we're going to see if you might as well get the cheaper card because it does just as well, if not better, than the more expensive card. But first, let's just talk about the price. Now looky here. With Guirassy, I can put it this way. If you think you're going to be moving like Gupape, think about doing 70 backflips in one jump. Ain't happening. This guy is not going to be super pacey for you. Can he have a moment where you send in a through ball and he has the momentum to be able to get in behind? Yes, but if you're expecting him to speed boost past players and all of that, no, you will be having issues that way. But what about Ekitike with his pace? The thing about Ekitike is that he doesn't have quick step, but he does have rapido plus. So when I was trying to zoom like a madman, Ekitike gave me that option. But there were some things that I didn't like about his boost that I'll tell you about later on. That's important, so pay attention to that. But sticking with the pace, he has a great speed boost and pretty good speed to get past the Dyphon. Now we'll definitely get into the shooting and clinicality ability because that's the most important thing for a striker. But before we do that, what about the defense for Guirassy? Well, listen here. I don't give a damn on no damn defense. They're strikers. Moving on, the passing ability. Can they send a through ball into the space like it's Messi? The GOAT. Can they send dimes like Xavi? Well, you about to find out. Listen, EA made certain type of strikers in a certain way. Big player strikers that have 2 left feet when it comes to passing. Now for Guirassy, while playing with this guy, don't expect him to be sending in dimes like a lunatic, but he can get the job done in most instances. If you're trying to send through balls, they're not going to be the most accurate, but if you send driven passes, he can do that pretty well because he does have the ping pass regular. But while playing the game, I didn't notice the errors with his passing ability, which is good. But what about Ekitike? Passing in this game, as long as you have pretty decent passing and you're not expecting them to be complete amazing dimers, especially for your strikers, I don't think it's that important. So I didn't find many issues using Ekitike with his passes. They were pretty decent for the most part. Now I'll get to the best ways to use these cards while talking about the dribbling ability and the shooting ability. But what about the physicality? Looky here. Guirassy is classified as a biggity striker. He stands as 6'2", so he has the strength to hold off defenders in certain moments. And there's something that really makes this card dangerous because of that. And I'll get to that. So will he be able to win in the air for you and fly like an eagle and win the header? Absolutely. He's got 98 jumping with 99 heading accuracy with the aerial playstyle. I did not have many issues with him trying to win in the air. Not too many situations took place for that, but if it did, I do know he has the capability to do that. Now heading isn't that crazy in this game, so you don't really have to worry about it. But what about Ekitike? You see, Ekitike has 99 jumping and 99 heading accuracy with aerial. So both of them have the ability to win in the air, especially because Ekitike is also standing at 6'2". But can they hold off players with strength? EA wanted to give Guirassy that gorilla strength in this game with 93. So if you want to be able to hold off players like Romelu Lukaku said back in the day, once I get my arm on the defender and turn around, nobody can stop me. Guirassy gives you that opportunity. So just know they're solid with the physicality. But what about that dribbling ability? Can they do a little bit of that twist and turn? I ain't gonna lie. Let me start off with Ekitike. Picture it like you're running and then you have a special potion. This ain't realistic. It is what it is. But just bear with me. You're running and you end up getting tired, but there's a special potion that gives you that burst of energy right back. But every time you continue to run, your energy goes down. You drink it, you're back to full energy. That's how it feels using Ekitike with the dribbling, but it's sporadic. It's happening all the time. It feels like your stamina is like a 5 overall. You run, tired already, drink the potion. Run, tired already, drink the potion. That's the responsiveness of this card with the dribbling ability. Biggity. When you want to do that twist and turn, it feels good for a second. All of a sudden, it's doo-doo with a name on it. I'm like, what are you doing? Twist and turn so I can make this pass. But then the opponent is able to tackle you. Dribbling ability is not really that responsive with Ekitike, despite it being 95. Because 1, his reactions is quite low for a tall player at 90. And 2, because he's tall, the animations feel a little bit glitchy. He's more of a run in a straight line type of player. But what about Guirassy? I said Ekitike's stamina is like 5, and then you drink the potion and it gets better. Guirassy's, to be honest, is like 60. So he still has some time to where it's responsive a little bit longer simply because of this. He has the press proven playstyle and the first touch plus playstyle. So when you get that ball into him, it allows you to get this more responsive turn like most other cards don't have, making his dribbling much better than I expected being a biggity player. It allowed me to turn past my opponent in the box to create goal scoring opportunities. It allowed me to turn on my opponent while they're pressing from the back, pause, so I can either make a turn into a through ball or a pass straight away. He also has 98 reactions, So he was showing a lot more responsiveness while I was using this card, Guirassy, which I didn't expect, for me at least. But now let's talk about that shooting and Physicality ability. Can they hit him with a finesse like Messi? Can they spam them driven lows 3 times in a row? Can you hit the Triveller? All of that. Well, look at here. Let me explain how to use these cards along with the shooting ability. Guirassy, what you want to do with this card is when his back is facing the defense, setting a pin pass into him and turn around quickly. So even when your opponent is trying to do the behind the back tackles, that nonsense in this game, he gives you more of a chance to really get around the defense and take a driven low shot. Driven low shots with this guy is otherworldly. Holy. That's what he was making me say when I was seeing him score them driven lows. Guirassy's driven lows are crazy in this game. Get the ball into him in the box. The rest is basically history. He's very dangerous from there. But what about outside of the box with him? Can you do finesse like Messi? Yes, he has the play style. He doesn't have finesse plus though, but it's still nice if you have precision shooting on. If you use assisted, it's not going to be as good. He may still score, but it's not a higher chance. But with precision, his Physicality ability is top tier. But what about Ekitike? With Ekitike, I do suggest pace abuse. You pace abuse with this guy, and if your opponent thinks you're going to consistently run, you can cut back and hit him with a finesse like Messi because he has finesse plus. And a lot of people are going to expect you to run with Ekitike because he's so fast with 99 pace. Spam them finesses using this guy because his finesses are dangerous as well because he has 94 shooting and 98 finishing. If you get in the box, straight away just do that finesse. Not much else you really need. But don't do driven low shots with this guy. It wasn't really that good because he doesn't have the play style. Those are the best ways I believe you use the cards that I've explained between Guirassy and Ekitike. But which card did I actually find to be better in getting goals and performing for the squad? Which card is wondrous, mid, or doo-doo? Well, first, let me just show y'all their goal contribution. In the full games played, Guirassy finished with 12 goals and 1 assist. Absolutely cooking with the goal. And in the 4 games played, Ekitike finished with 7 goals and 2 assists, putting that ball in the back of the net as well. But with all that being said, who would I rather have in my team and who's wondrous, mid, or doo-doo? For me, using these cards, starting off with Ekitike, I would put Ekitike at midress, simply because I felt like his dribbling ability was quite poor for me, using this card being such a big card. And if I go against even more annoying opponents that really know how to defend, he won't be able to do much, even though I really like that finesse plug. Now, what about Guirassy? Guirassy, I would put him at midress, simply because his finishing ability was so dangerous, I couldn't believe it. A lot of people could not stop him once he was in that box. It was a big threat. On top of that, he was able to hit the finesses outside of the box as well. I was not expecting him to be this good. And Guirassy is the cheaper card than Ekitike. Both of them are at midress for me because I think Guirassy would have been wondrous if he had quick step, regular, or rapid regular at least. But since he has none of them, I do feel like moments where some people press aggressively, he won't be able to get in behind in moment. And you want your striker to have the whole package. But the card that I think is better in my opinion is still Guirassy. And Guirassy is the cheaper card. So I'd rather have the cheaper card that performs just as good, if not better. But I still do think they're pretty good cards to pick up and try out. But wait, these cards right here could be absolutely ridiculous. Find out which card here is wondrous, mid, or doo-doo. Yeah.